Week 46, Day 3, a perfidious conqueror. The feuding between the rival sons reached its pinnacle is height, in 1532. At that moment, Francisco Pizarro came onto the scene. A native of Spain, he was sojourning, that means living temporarily, in Panama when he heard of the riches to be found in that far-off land. Overwhelmed with cupidity, that means greed, but still a tyro when it came to wresting power. A tyro is a beginner, someone who's not experienced. So he wasn't experienced in wresting power, that means grabbing power, and wealth from hapless people, that means unlucky people. He joined with inveterate, that means habitual, adventurer. He joined himself to a man who was by habit an adventurer. They gathered a small band of mercenaries. Mercenaries are people hired to be your army. You pay them to be your army. The first two attempts failed, and Pizarro returned to Spain to request authority and money in order to conquer the west coast of South America. Whether by sophistry, that means deceit or trickery, or cajolery, which means to persuade by flattery, he was given the requisite aid. Requisite, the required, necessary aid. That means he talked the rulers of Spain into giving him what he wanted. With a force of 180 men, the dregs of society, that means the lowest, worthless people. So these 180 men were the dregs of society. He invaded Inca territory. He reached the city where the current ruler, Atahualpa, was holding court. The Incans welcomed Pizarro, who, in a factitious display of friendship, factitious means fake. He faked that he was friendly. He heaped encomiums upon Atahualpa. Encomiums are speeches meant to make you feel like someone really thinks you're wonderful. A speech of praise, but he didn't mean it. But he heaped these speeches upon Atahualpa, the ruler. Unknown to the Incas, Pizarro had brought guns that were still beyond the technology of these people. The obloquy of his next act. Obloquy means something that is terribly dishonorable, very bad. The obloquy of his next act, ambushing the Incas and taking Atahualpa prisoner, will live in the history books that are replete full with tales of conquest.